Gay.
Wait.
Disappointed.
Oh crap,
Bills.
we're live. Wait, we're live, but where's the thing?
What kind of fucking bullshit is like?
Dude, he does this every week.
The bad news is that civilization is crumbling around you.
Wear a dog mask, cut your dick off, bomb Palestine.
The good news is that you are not alone.
There's butthole shaving videos.
Feel bad for the minorities in LA for having to deal with the white people in LA.
You have 5 till midnight, live every Monday at 8 p.m. where you join 5 Limp Bizkit Americans to laugh at the absurd nonsense of the end of history.
Shit show right there.
Sam, stop it!
Welcome back, everybody. We're beefing with everybody, and America's going to win. As usual, we were somewhat punctual for our time. So, anyways, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
Let's go, Chiefs. Let's go, Chiefs. Let's go.
Fly,
Shut up.
Eagles, fly.
Don't cheer for either one. Just
Did,
say they
I
hate
can't not.
both.
Did everybody have a sip? Oh, jeez.
It's happening again, dude.
This clip is fucking haunts me every fucking year of my life. This fucking clip haunts me so much.
Everybody who chooses Zin, everybody has a sufficient amount, not too much, not too little, right?
Yep, I got one in right now.
All right,
Feeling
I'm just-
loosey goosey.
I'm
I
just
might start
making
getting
sure.
into some Zins.
I went with winter green this episode.
You got the Lucy Breakers.
Yeah,
Lucy
the Lucy
Breakers.
Breakers.
Is
dude.
that like dollar store Zin or something?
No, this
What
is 15 milligram Zin.
Mm. Is that like
12
more or less
milligrams Zin.
intense?
It's more intense because I'm a
Oh.
nicotine fiend.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, don't be like Sam when he was a guest on my show this past week and OD on Zin.
Heard about that?
Yeah,
Sam and throwing up on podcasts, dude. It seems like a theme.
yeah, you know what?
It
Well, I'll
was
definitely-
only like 3 times, and only 2 of them have been released.
Well, you know what? I'll give credit.
One
to
was
Sam
on
because
purpose.
one was on purpose. That most recent one, I'll give him credit because he played it off like it hardly even happened. I mean, it was pretty quick too. Like the purposeful was pretty brutal. It was like an hour long of Sam just.
Did you at least
Dying on a
mute yourself,
podcast.
Sam?
You couldn't really
I
hear
moved
it.
away from the mic.
He did, yeah.
There are the people that could just like puke and rally is always very impressive to me. Like they could just throw up and act like nothing's going on. I'm like, dude, I would be crying.
Kyle didn't even know I threw up. Like my
No,
face was red and my eyes were watering, but I don't think you could tell my eyes were watering.
No. With the camera, you couldn't really tell exactly what had just happened. Like I figured you maybe like spit or something like that. But like right after he gets up and he was like, "Oh, I'm so glad this is live."
I think I'm almost more ashamed to throw up in front of people than take a shit in front of people.
Oh
I'd be more embarrassed to take a shit because I'm used
Yeah.
to being hammered and then just kind of recovering from it. But yeah, like there was that meme I remember of like a kid looking all embarrassed and said like me in the bathroom stall just trying to go to the bathroom. And there's like a kid over there pointing and it says, "Yo, somebody's taking a shit."
Yeah.
I think we all remember that when we were just trying to be
Yeah. I
Go
remember.
based off of tennis shoes. You're like, oh fuck, that's Johnny. Look at him.
Yeah, they just go into the bathroom. You just hear, "Oh, yo, somebody's taking a shit."
Back in my 20s, there was this bar, like this dive bar we used to go to down the block from my house, and it had like 2 doors, but they were like really close to each other, so you could like walk right out and like walk right back in the other door. And I was talking to my buddy Brandon, and he was like, "Yeah," and he opens the door, goes, "Wah!" Walks around and comes back in like nothing happens. Like, yeah. So anyway, the Giants. I was like, "What the dude? Address that." It was crazy.
Yeah, there's a bar in Pittsburgh called the Smiling Moose, and if you go into like, when you first walk into the bar's on the left, but if you go straight back, there's a stage to the right, and then there's a bathroom right there, and they have 2 urinals. I'm not even kidding. It's like the molds of the urinals are literally like made into one another. So like if you go in there to piss, you're literally like you're gonna be rubbing up against
Elbow
somebody
to
while you're trying
elbow?
piss. Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it literally is. I'm like, why would you design the fucking pissers like that, man? Like,
You gotta
what's
piss
wrong
with your
you?
bros, dude. That's why.
I know this is a Seinfeld episode, but why don't our stalls go all the way down to the ground?
I don't know.
Like, why?
To
Sam,
save
we're gonna
money?
get pulled from the fucking thing. You can't be playing NFL clips, you retard.
I already made sure it's copyright free.
Can we
brother.
stop?
All right, but can you get it off? Because people don't
Just-
want to watch
just-
this.
Yeah, they do. Just 2 more
No, they
times.
definitely don't.
Everyone,
They definitely don't.
everyone tell Adam that the
I'm going for the
Giants
Chiefs
suck.
now. Fuck you.
Thank you. Thank
I don't
you.
care what
This
you
is why
go
you guys
for.
are
It's not gonna
fucking
make a
scumbags
difference.
and hated.
Yeah,
You're
I
right, they're
bet
gonna
you
lose anyway.
you're all gonna go for the Chiefs because you love Taylor Swift and you love how her very real relationship.
I
with
like her
Travis
more
Kelce
than
is.
you.
I
Yeah,
will
I bet
buy her
you
fucking
do.
album out of protest of this episode right now. Thank you, Tyler, in the comments. Eagles suck.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Eagles suck.
garbage.
Eagles
Please
suck.
take it off.
Yeah,
Please take it off.
Okay. Free Saquon. What do you mean
Oh my
free
God.
Saquon? He's only ever had a freaking season with the Eagles. He sucked everywhere else.
Don't say everywhere else. You goddamn well know where he was.
I know he was on the Giants. Sucked everywhere else he was, and that one place is the Giants.
This started as USA versus Canada, and it's turned into everybody against Sam.
Because that's Luke. That's the
That's-
Eagle fan base. They're
But that's the
fucking
point of
vile
our show. It's
scumbags, and you
Yeah.
can't root for them. This isn't, by
It
the way.
shows.
This isn't. Shut the fuck up. This isn't like a lovable loser. Like, oh, the
No.
Eagles are no. They're the Chiefs are like the Empire. Sure, the Eagles are a fucking hated, hated fan base, and no one respects you guys. And it's not like you're the lovable losers. People fucking hate your guts. There's
Oh my god.
hundreds of videos online of you guys being absolute pieces of
No
shit.
one likes us. No one likes
See,
us.
this is
no
why.
one
This is why I'm
likes
going for the
us.
Chiefs.
We
Not
don't
that even I'm
care.
a Giants fan.
No
because
one
I'm
likes
going
us.
for the Chiefs.
Yes.
I did come in here thinking, saying fly Eagles fly, but Sam, you're making that really hard for me.
EAGLES Eagles.
Hey, at least you can spell it.
Yeah, your dumb
governor
fucking mayor
can't.
can't.
Mayor, whatever.
That's because she's a woman.
Close enough. She got
Probably.
the letters right.
Yeah, we'll go with the woman thing.
I know. I was trying to spin around what I wanted to say.
For those that don't know, she's black. They're being racist. Yeah, Eagles
Oh,
fans
you
are the
said
only
it.
ones that aren't racist.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
fucking
Yeah,
right.
South Philly fans aren't racist. Okay.
yeah.
To be fair, if I lived in Philly, I'd be racist too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milmark. So we were talking about the urinals earlier. Have you guys ever gone to like a piss trough? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So like the
my favorite places to pee.
ergonomically better, and when they throw ice in it, even better.
Dude, it's,
Yeah, so there's
so
a,
communal.
Gives me something to do.
the big concert venue out here is called they used to call it Star Lake, but now it's called like the not to say Square Amphitheater. Anyways, but yeah, they have a big old piss trough there, and it's always funny. You go into the bathroom there, and it's just all there, man. You
That
gotta
shit
go. You
wouldn't
gotta
fly
go.
in San Fran, bro. Swear to God.
That is a funny meme.
Oh, I love this meme. That was from Tyler the Creator's show.
Yep.
With the Loiter Squad. That's it. And yeah, there he is
Loiter
right in the middle there.
Squad.
Yeah. I smell like bitch in here. Oh, y'all smell like bitch to me.
I don't know what's funny, him doing it or you.
That was pretty good.
That might have been better that he did it.
That was
Yeah,
it.
Dude, actually,
I
on
like
topic,
Earl sweatshirt though. That shit was funny.
Mexico completely already backing down after they're like, we're going to import tariffs. And like, actually, we're going to send troops to strengthen the border. We're sorry. Like,
Yeah.
all within like
did
12
too.
hours.
Just recently, Canada did too. They're like, all right, we are allocating this amount of money and these troops to.
Dude, they
stop the-
created a
and they
fentanyl
created a
czar.
fentanyl czar. What's up? So what's up with this fucking czar shit? Like, why is everybody using czar now?
Dude, it's so weird. Like
It,
the
like-
people, like they're
Yeah.
like ministers or like department heads in Fed,
Yeah,
like they're
they're
czars.
using
now.
czar.
It's
It's not
probably
even like an
because-
insult. It's being used by both sides about both sides. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I think it's probably just because like you can only have so many managers and so many higher ups that they were like, oh well, we need another name. Fuck it, Czar. We're running with Czar.
Yeah, well, it was derogatory. Like that was the whole point. Like it was supposed to be used derogatory, like tyrannical, like czar of the border or whatever. But now they're just willy-nilly throwing czar out there. Like, what the fuck?
Emmanuel says it's a commissar, but that sounds too Soviet, so they use czar instead. Sure.
Czar isn't czar Soviet, except it was spelled with a T, right? Am I fucking
No.
wrong on that, Sam?
No, I
It's
think
like
you're right.
TSAR. The czars.
They're both rooted in Kaiser,
TZ.
the word Kaiser, but I think it's
Hmm.
TZAR,
TZ, yeah.
but it could be TSAR as well.
Yeah, probably just on whatever
the S?
language it got.
Well, they're both anglicizations of Cyrillic anyway, so it's
Right.
I don't think it's relevant.
Words. I'm just agreeing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're totally,
Cyrillic
I
is
totally know
the
what you're talking about,
alphabet.
Sam.
Cyrillic is the alphabet. They don't use the Latin alphabet like we do.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's
I know Tsar was before the commies. I understand that. They were
Right.
that was the leaders. I got that. I'm just saying I don't understand why we're using it now and when it changed from C to T. I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
barely
know either.
speak English, bro.
Well, wasn't Kamala, like the Democrats dubbed Kamala Harris the border czar, and like she took that title on, and I know she tried to skate away
And then
from
denied
it.
it.
towards the end.
yeah,
yeah,
and
like
like
they-
immediately.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like she owned that title. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I know they were saying they were using it derogatorily, but like they purposefully took that on, and then of course as soon as they
Oh,
realized that like
absolutely,
the
yeah.
border situation was an absolute disaster on their hands, and it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not really the border czar here.
Yeah,
was
I don't
never
think
the
it
border
actually
czar.
has power, the positions. I think they're just more like overseers and then like report to the media.
Mm.
So
could be
a
wrong.
useless position. Got it.
Yeah, well, that
yeah.
well, what is like the whole managerial state really, other than
Yeah,
a bunch
it's
of like
all
useless positions to
Yeah,
get people
exactly.
paid.
Facts.
This is why we are in the position that we're in. You know, Typo and I talked about it on our show that we actually recorded last week. We were talking about how people are freaking out right now, and Typo's like, I haven't really seen it too much around him because he's in a pretty red area. You know,
Everyone's happy here.
everyone's
Yeah.
happy there. They're like, oh, I love everything that's going on,
Mhm.
and I'm just in a big city that's majority red, voted red this time, but has been very purple the last 2 elections. So, and a lot of my interpersonal relationships, I have a lot of lefties around me. So it's been weird because I'm like, yeah, this is what I voted for. I want him to cut US aid. I want him to cut I want him to sign an executive order tomorrow dismantling the Department of Education. Like, this is
Oh,
what I
thank God,
voted
yes.
for.
Well,
I don't
that-
want the Canada trade war though. Like I don't need that.
No,
I don't give
but
a
we know why he's doing it, right? Like, we know why he's doing it,
Yeah.
right? Like, we get why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It doesn't make
I-
me hate him.
no, it doesn't make me hate him. And that's my thing is like these things, like I'm not a tariff fan, but I'd rather tariffs
not either.
than income tax. Like,
Yeah,
if
of
you gave me
course.
one or the other, I'm
right.
taking tariffs. And
I mean,
hopefully
the-
we get the OT bill come in, we get the no tax on tips bill, we get like some of these other things that he's directed Congress to do. That's what I want. And if that comes with tariffs, then fuck it. I guess
Well,
it comes
that-
with tariffs.
That's the funny lefty argument where they're like, "Oh, the egg prices are $9 and they go down." I go, "Hey, bitch, I don't really care about eggs. I care about destroying you and fucking bringing back
Yeah.
our culture and economy."
Yeah.
You fucking retard.
Well, yeah. So like,
So there was a massive avian flu outbreak, and they culled a lot of the population. And that is not the Republicans or the Democrats' fault.
right. That's
People were
that's
blaming it
unfair.
on Trump because it's during Trump, and people were blaming it on the Democrats because it was done by the USDA under the Democrats. And it's neither of their faults because they had to do that.
They're
It's
using it
just
as a
like they-
political ploy.
Right,
That's what
exactly.
they always
Yeah.
do. Now,
That's
like,
what all
and-
this is. That's why I want them to slash
I-
everything.
I think the overall point, and like I hate that people would instantly go to egg prices because like I think that's like such an arbitrary thing. A lot of people were saying up to the election of Donald Trump, oh, egg prices are so expensive, but like, you know, that's neither here nor there. Like that's
Yeah.
large. I mean, obviously there's been a lot of inflation, but it didn't help.
It's
Trump didn't
a
help
break
either.
take.
But like
It's a brain-
there's not much they could really do to change egg prices. And like it's only been fucking 15 days. Like, is he supposed to just magically lower
the other
prices instantly?
It's
Like,
literally been 15
yeah,
days.
but and you know, I threw a tweet out because I saw Emma Vigeland saying something, and like I listened to the Majority Report, not like a lot, but just to kind of get like a barometer for where the shit libs
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
generally. And I remember her saying like, "Oh, well, you know, egg prices aren't cheap or something like that." And I'm like, okay, I thought Republicans were retarded because they like just completely blew past the fact that we handed people trillions in just helicopter money after 2020, and they didn't realize that led to the inflation that we largely felt over the last couple of
Yeah.
years. But then like Democrats are coming out right now and are like acting surprised that prices just haven't dropped instantly. I'm like, okay, no. You all are fucking morons. all
Kyle,
of
I
you.
think it's a mix between them being legitimately retarded and also just disingenuous, right? Like
Yeah,
they
it's-
know,
right. Well,
and
but
they're
I mean, this
saying
is-
that like
they'll do anything to use
yeah,
to
absolutely.
basically knock the other side, right?
Right.
And like I said, this is just commonly what you see. But like I said, it's literally been 15 days. Like, I don't expect prices to go down at all for anything. In fact, I think prices are going to continue to rise. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you
Well,
can give them a little bit more
I,
grace.
I will
And they
pay
have to.
$40
They
a
have to
carton
rise.
for eggs if you keep kicking me out
Government pay for this.
like, I will
But they,
get rid.
they
Keep kicking them out.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about eggs.
Yeah.
they have to rise. Like prices have to rise. It's like the idea of like the Fed artificially setting interest rates and stuff.
Right.
Like some of this stuff he's doing, it's going to cause a rise in prices like of normal things, groceries, whatever, gas, like all this stuff. But the reason why is because we're at all of it's been made up for so long that now cutting out a lot of the bullshit, it's going to draw it to it's going to cause a panic. So then prices rise. And then after that, and once things start settling, then things should get cheaper. If it doesn't, because a lot more bullshit is getting introduced, then yeah, we can fucking hate on him for that. But right now, fucking the Air Force spending $600 million or the Army spending $600 million on sushi a year. Yeah, I'm glad that's fucking out. Paper cups that you get at like a fucking regular coffee store costing $1,250 for the Air Force. I'm glad that's getting cut by Doge. All payments that go to the U.S. Department of Treasury, all payments, like they're like, oh, he hostile takeover the U.S. Treasury. I'm kind of happy he did because they were there wasn't a single payment that was processed across their desk that they denied. They just approved everything.
Right.
They weren't denying anything. They were just like, yep, pay for it. Yep, pay for it. Yep, pay for it. So yeah, like I'm happy. Like fuck, dude, I'm fucking happy. Yeah, cut all budgets from military bands. No fucking point. If you can do it as your side gig, dude. Fuck you. They hire, dude, no joke. They fucking find like some really talented kid and like bring them into the military to play, like really talented, I don't know, saxophonist or fucking flutist or fucking whatever they're called, like all of them. They find really talented ones and they get them to join the military, and then they give them like an artificial like E6 rank so that they look good in uniform so that they can play. But then you meet some of these fucking people and they try to act like a gunny, like a fucking E6, and you're like, I will fucking pound you into the dirt, little kid. Like, get the fuck
They
away from me.
also actually recruit I did my school, like boot camp in the Marine Corps is 13 weeks. And then if you're a Pogue, you have another 4 weeks of infantry school. If you're an actual infantry guy, you get 8 weeks. So they train Marines for 17 weeks to then go be in the band. And that's their full-time thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The other thing makes more sense, but yeah, their rank shouldn't be real. Like they can have the rank, but like it's not real. The idea that somebody would actually try to like pull that
They
rank
do
and
all the time.
I've never met one, but that's hilarious.
There was a Marine chick that like had it, and they were interviewing her. They were like, blah 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 blah. Like, how is it being in the Marine Corps band? And it was like a big feminist like thing. And she was like, being a gunnery sergeant takes a lot of work and da 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 da. She was like 20. She was like 20 years old. It's like, shut the fuck up. You haven't done anything.
Well, then why do they train some of them to be like actual Marines? Like I get it. Like I was a mechanic and stuff, but you still need to do Marine stuff sometimes. Like my freaking my sergeant got blown up and shredded by his own toolbox and has a Purple Heart and he's a generator mechanic. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
The band doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It should be your side thing. Pay him a little extra if you have to, but like, fuck. Do Marine Corps shit or military shit, whatever it is. Don't just play in the band, you fucking nerds.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dude.
But
the Marine Corps band by the way, what the fuck? Sorry, Type again.
I was just saying the Marine Corps band's pretty prestigious. They play for the president.
Yeah,
right.
They're
but contract Marines. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about a real Marine, like a band member who goes through boot camp and then infantry, like MCT at infantry school, Marine combat training. That's a real Marine, even though they go to the band. But like, you're not a real Marine if you don't go to OCS or boot camp.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Agreed. I just think it's dumb.
Back to the trade stuff real quick. What the fuck do we get from Canada or Mexico? That's so important.
Energy.
We do get a lot of
energy
Crown
from
Royal.
Canada.
Let's Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Fast.
It's like,
what else?
it's like 10% of our total crude oil. Everybody who talks about it like they use the number of imports of crude oil, but it's 76% of our crude oil is domestic. So that's a BS number to use.
Right.
But 10% is a ton still.
They did say lumber.
Lumber. We get a lot of lumber.
We have trees. Next question. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, it's easier from Canada because it's easier to get it in there. And they have a lot
How
more.
is it easier
They
to
have a lot more
transport trees
trees.
from so do we.
Yeah, but they have the
They got way
infrastructure.
more.
Like, that's just the way it's worked. They have a ton. And they have the trade routes. Like, I don't know, they're probably in like Manitoba and Alberta. And there are highways straight down into the trucking lanes from Calgary and
Nickelback.
Edmonton
We get
to-
Nickelback. I am okay with that. Nickelback kicks ass, and I will fight anybody that disagrees.
Same. I'll die
Nickelback.
on my shield with Nickelback.
Yeah.
Like half of the conservative commentators we got from Canada.
Half.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like
we can-
75%.
They gotta
Jesus
go
Christ.
back, dude.
Yeah,
they
Steven-
gotta go
yeah,
they
back
gotta
because
go.
They're
Steven-
garbage.
Stephen
Up
Crowder,
yours,
Lauren
woke
Southern,
moralist.
Lauren Chen, Stefan Molyneux, Gavin McInnes. You name the fucking conservative commentators.
send 'em back.
Conveniently, they always come from Canada.
That is
and they're
weird.
all Zionists too. So yeah, you know.
Yeah,
we
we
can
were
go back.
we were worried about Israel, dude, but it's Canada that we
It's
got
the
to keep.
Yeah.
These Canadians
Canadian
need to stop
Jews.
interfering.
Dude, I genuinely am sick of Canadian. Like their whole identity is like we're not Americans, and I'm like I don't.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like the fucking Mad Men meme. It's like I don't care you. I don't even think about you.
There's another layer of that, by the way. Their identity is that they're not American and they're not British, and they're wrong on both.
Yeah, they're literally both.
It's just that whole idea. It's like if you ask a Canadian person, like what's your like what are you what's your values, which beliefs? Like, well, I'm not American. It's if you ask any of us that, I'd be like, well, like I believe in freedom. I believe in like gun right. I believe in this. I never once. I'm like, well, I'm not Canadian.
Yeah. I don't even think about them. Dude.
I don't care you exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could literally cease to exist tomorrow, and I'd be like, I forgot they were up there. Like,
Right.
I don't.
I remember when I was I don't know, like 15 or whatever, I was playing Xbox Live, and I had a few Canadian friends that I played with. I remember, like, I don't know, something like World War II came up, and I'm like, yeah, what'd you guys do in World War II? And they're like, well, we fought with you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. I didn't believe it.
I mean, they were
when?
there. They got the
What'd
easy
you
landings
do?
in Normandy. They got like the beaches that already got bombed and had zero resistance. They just walked right on.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they lost They didn't lose near as much as everybody else. That's
No, we
for
lost
sure.
like 400,000 dudes, right? They probably lost like 7. Who gives a
I'll
fuck?
look it up.
That's
I'll
the
look it
other thing too. It's like they act like they were the reason we were successful in any war. Even like the Iraq and Afghanistan. Like we helped. Yeah, you get a
Sure.
participation trophy, guy.
Just like my little
know, it's
brother
like-
helps me.
right,
You know, like
Right? Yeah.
They
And
lost
again, this isn't me.
45,000.
This isn't me being pro. I'm just saying it is what it is. Like we fought a lot, and they were just like, we had a base. Sick. Did you build it out of fucking crayons, you fucking retards? Like, who cares, dude? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alberta would join the United States in a heartbeat. Like, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, yeah, can we secede and go join the United States? Like, Alberta's pretty anti-coasty Canada.
I guess Canada really helped liberate the Netherlands, and many of their people died doing that. So that's what they did.
Fuck.
Great.
While we
Awesome.
were fucking, dropping bombs on 2 fucking powers, firebombing their fucking country, and like basically taking over the world, they freed
Yeah.
the Netherlands.
I was like, are you going to tell me that they were like as important as the United States? Like, come on now.
No.
Like, let's
Yeah,
be
and
fucking honest.
what do they mean by they?
The
freed
Netherlands
them?
had a fucking the fucking snow death guy.
Yeah, that guy.
They didn't
no,
need
wait,
the Canadians.
wasn't he Finnish? Not even.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the Netherlands. Finland, Norway, fucking
No, isn't that its own
Denmark?
thing? I don't know. This is how much I don't respect the other. I don't give a fuck. they're all ice people to me.
I'm pretty sure the Netherlands refers to Norway, Finland, and Denmark. I think it's all the Netherlands.
I thought it was its own country. That's its own place.
You thought it was its own thing?
Yeah.
Oh, what was its
Oh,
own
no.
place?
Netherlands. The Netherlands are Finland, Denmark, and Norway, right?
No, the Netherlands is a country.
Oh,
You
let's
guys
go,
are
Luke. Suck my
embarrassing me in
balls. I
front
was
of
right.
Europeans right now.
Fuck
What the
if I know,
hell?
dude. I
Wait,
don't
wait.
give a
What
fuck about the
countries did you
Europeans.
say? What countries did you say?
Finland, Norway, and Denmark.
What? Finland,
I thought they were
Norway
just
are
I
nothing.
thought they were just referred to as the Netherlands.
No. The
I thought it was an
Nordics.
area.
The Nordics are Denmark, Norway. Wait, is it because there's Scandinavia,
Shut up.
which is
Shut up.
Denmark,
Scandinavia.
Norway.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was
You
thinking.
got it wrong. Finland is not part of Scandinavia. Finland is not
Whatever.
Scandinavia.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah. I'm back on Luke's side. Who cares? I wanted to prove you wrong, but now I'm back on your side. I don't
Finland,
give a fuck.
sorry,
Yeah.
Finland is part of Scandinavia.
Who cares?
'Cause there's
I go back
two
to that.
words.
Gives a fuck.
Scandinavia. Who cares? I don't know. Maybe freaking anthropology stuff.
Yeah, but you're gay.
You're freaking bullshit. No,
Also,
the Netherlands is a
go ahead.
country. It
I said
contains
that.
multiple smaller nations, like the freaking Holland, which it's sometimes referred to, but Holland is part of the Netherlands, also referred to as the Low Countries, which is Netherlands, which used to be split up in other ways, as well as Belgium. That's the Low Countries.
Where's Holland?
Holland's part of the Netherlands.
Where's Amsterdam? Is that in Holland?
It's in Holland, in the Netherlands.
Let's go. I'm fucking crushing it right now.
I do have a
Look
good
at you.
friend who lives in the Netherlands, and you know what? It's kind of funny that from my understanding, is that they're doing about as well as Canada in respect to like immigration and all that. Where he was like, about like a decade ago, you could go on the subway and everything like that and take the train to go around town and be fine. But he's like, now it's like pretty much every single time you go on the train and there's an issue, surely enough, it's somebody that don't look like like they're from
Yeah,
the
of course.
Netherlands.
Yeah, they look like they're sub Netherlands, real sub Netherlands.
yeah, south.
They're
How far
Italians.
south?
They're
Yeah, we talking about Italian?
They're
Further
Italians.
Keep going south. Egypt, keep going south.
Southern Italians. My bad. They're Adams people.
No, I'm from Naples.
Southern Italians.
Also, speaking of war, I know Trump just bombed that ISIS thing in Somalia, and I was like, I wish we weren't doing more bombing raids. But then he himself released the footage of the bomb today, and then my fucking man brain was like, sick.
I know, dude. It's so hard. I love watching things blow up. And
Yeah,
that's why, learning about war is cool, but war itself isn't.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like fucking sick.
It is Somalia is America's longest war, actually. If I remember correctly, it was going on actually before even Afghanistan. So yeah, it's been the longest going thing. The one thing I saw today, now I know Trump had that executive order over combating anti-Semitism. He actually assembled like a team, like a task force to go after anti-Semitism, which
What does
like
that mean, though?
they use the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance or whatever the hell it is, which like they have the most ambiguous definition of anti-Semitism that you could possibly imagine. I think we actually reviewed it on the show a while back when we were talking about Kristi Noem's executive order on anti-Semitism in North or wherever she was, South Dakota. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're using to combat anti-Semitism now. So
what does that mean, though?
basically, like
what
if you were to conflate all Jews with Israel, it's basically boils down to any criticism of Israel is considered anti-Semitism now at this point.
Okay, but like, what happens?
You could spend up to
We don't
10
know
years in
yet.
jail if I remember correctly. They actually have
Is
In
there a
America?
penalty?
yes. They put in the. I'll see if I can find it real
So
quick.
I can't say shit. So that goes against the First Amendment, though. No.
Well,
Yes,
once again,
that's the whole point.
anti-BDS.
This
There's
is
already
what-
anti-BDS laws in 38 states.
This is what
PBS
Kyle has been
Denmark?
talking about a lot.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like they could put you in prison.
Okay, so let me make
Yeah.
sure. Oh, hold on. I want
Has
to make sure I
anyone
get this
been
right.
heated for these yet?
No, I don't think. And see, that's the thing. This is kind of where it gets a little bit slippery because, like, when people brought up Jordan Peterson and how he brought up the whole gender pronoun thing, the thing that he really got famous for.
Yeah.
No, my understanding is, and maybe I'm wrong at this, and I'm sure I'm wrong actually. Nobody's been prosecuted for the laws that went on the books in Canada. Could that be the same situation here? Sure, but
Interesting.
I still don't think that should be a precedent at all. And honestly, I don't see enough people talking about
How
it.
does that not directly go against the First Amendment?
Because how much? When was the last time you seen them sincerely give a shit about the fucking Constitution? Let's be
You know what,
honest
Kyle?
here.
Fair point.
I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but
No,
okay,
you're right.
so-
You're right. You're right.
So under 18 U.S. Code 241, conspiracy against rights, if two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise, enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution, by the Constitution or laws of the United States because of his having so exercised the same, or if two or more persons go in disguise on the highway or premise of another with intent to prevent or hinder his free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege so secured, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. If death
Holy
results
shit.
from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, they should be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term of years of or for life or both, or may be sentenced to death. So basically, if you were to do an act that was considered anti-Semitic, and maybe Pat McFarland, all of our mutual friend, would be kind of the guy to debunk this because like that's like very lawyerese. It's not written in plain English. My understanding is if you were to commit an act of anti-Semitism under the guise of the IHRA, then you could be fined or imprisoned up to 10 years.
So it's not technically speech. It's like if you act a violent way.
Well, no. It could be speech, though. That's the problem because
it's
when
vague enough
hate
to
crime
consider.
thing.
Yeah,
it's basically a hate crime thing where, like, if you conflate Jewish people with Israel, or like, basically they said in that executive order that Kristi Noem had signed in South Dakota that if you attribute the guilt of Israel on all Jews, which is like, how do you define that exactly? But if you were to do that, you could be thrown in jail under that.
That's
federal
wild.
courts in Arizona, Georgia, Kansas, and Texas have ruled that anti-BDS laws are unconstitutional.
Yep.
So
Texas.
Oh, wait, they actually ruled against them.
Yeah, said they were
wow.
unconstitutional.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what
so
I led with.
yeah. Well, my understanding, like I said, if you Google this, it says there's 38 states. Pennsylvania is one of them. I know that. Florida is real big on anti-BDS laws as well. I think New York has them as well. And basically, what the anti-Semitism, like the anti-BDS law says, that you have to sign a pledge if you're a public employee that basically says you won't criticize Israel, or else you will be fined or fired.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. And once again, this is why I've been beating the drum on this.
Mr. Shapiro.
Yeah, exactly. Governor Shapiro. Because this is going right underneath everybody's nose. And everybody said, oh, we voted for Trump because we want, the free speech stuff. Okay, well, this is happening. So
like I said, though, Gaza gets bombed, but I don't have taxes on my paycheck. So
well, Gaza was going to get
bombed. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, you Palestinians. Yins are all going to lose your home in the West Bank.
Hey, man,
my
overtime people charged with it.
I'll be wiping my tears from my face with cash money, baby.
Okay, so when it comes to
anti-BDS
laws,
this is what it says. Individuals have been charged with violating anti-BDS laws in the United States and France. The American Civil Liberties Union, the ACLU, has filed lawsuits on behalf of people charged with violating anti-BDS laws in Texas and Arkansas. In France, people have been charged with incitement
to the Jews in the ACLU
for participating in the BDS movement.
So now, if you guys are familiar with Abby Martin, who runs Empire Files and Media Roots Radio, she actually had a lawsuit and a whole, I don't remember the exact details from it, but she had to go through a whole lawsuit for, protesting Israel down in Georgia. So there have been people persecuted over the anti-BDS stuff, but when it comes to like this new additional measures to combat anti-Semitism executive order under Trump,
nothing's happened yet.
Obviously nothing's happened yet, but I don't think that's going to continue to be the case. And I do believe that on social media sites, you're probably going to be censored eventually for criticism of Israel. And I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow's band practice, so we're going to witness me do that. I'll see if I can get some GoPro footage. Here's my GoPro right here. It's a brand new one. My wife just bought it for me. You get high definition footage of me cock stroking.
Let's go. Hell yeah. then you got to apologize afterwards for your anti-BDS and sign a pledge, Kyle.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
too.
listen, Tommy.
I would
Tommy.
too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like he's saying that like it's a bad thing. There's like a
if
single
I
guy on
was
this panel
single
that
and not
wouldn't be
married.
like,
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
Yo, what? I don't remember Kanye's wife's name, but
Bianca
Fucking-
Sensori, I think it was, or something like that.
sure, yeah.
You said
But
that too
Toad
quick.
We
saying
treat
that
ourselves
she's
as a person. Why would we treat her as a person?
Well, because
Toad-
somebody was sharing a post and had her name in it yesterday, and it just
Toad saying
Hey.
that she doesn't have a good body is legit
Toad
insanity.
is gay.
He's lying.
Yeah, dude, that
Yeah.
shit is crazy.
Hey, Luke,
I was
you know
like,
that
this is dumb.
you know that video of that guy that stood up and like cussed out Bush, and he was like, "My
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
are dead." That is Abby Martin's husband.
Oh, really?
Oh, well,
I don't know who Abby Martin is, so
pull her up.
she's like a left-leaning anti-war person, and she's really like very, very well read on the Israel.
well, the
policy.
guy that did that at the Trump rally, he's a lefty too,
Yeah, he's a commie.
or not the Bush rally.
You know
sorry.
that
Yeah,
you
he's
know
a
that
commie.
I love
officer
those
that
people.
wore that
Even if they're left.
like communist shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's friends with that guy that stood up and
Yeah, I
yelled at
bet.
Bush.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Nope, sounds about right.
I know this
They're
is
all
random.
part of
I
the
think
thing.
we might have talked about it before, but Scott Horton interviewed the guy who threw a shoe at Bush.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
I
guy
remember
rules.
Yeah, I know.
That is one of the funniest. I remember watching that as a kid, and I just laughed my ass off.
Well, he came on to Twitter at one point, and that guy was getting shared around, and he quote tweeted it, and he was like, "I'll do it again too."
What was
I was like, "Hell yeah!"
That
My
Chappelle bit
spirit
where he-
animal. You know, dude, he was close too. Like he almost nailed Bush. Like if that was Biden,
Dude.
Biden would have been dead.
Oh
Yeah.
Dude, he had some head movement, boy. He was like, "Oh shoot!" Like,
You remember that Chappelle bit where he was like Bush was having fun with it? He was like, like
Oh,
throwing
miss me. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That shit was, that I loved that video too when it came out. The shoe video, obviously, but that other video of the dude that we were talking about, that was yelling at Bush about like, my friends died in this war, blah blah blah. What are you gonna do about my friends? Well, that video was badass to me when it came out, and then
Dude, so many edits off of that.
yeah, there were so many, and he's just like. Seems like a dope dude, but at the same time, the communism fucking blows it out of the water for me. I'm just like, I can't take you seriously anymore.
Well, Abby Martin, her Jesus Christ,
I'll
his
look her up.
wife. she's good on the Israel thing, but she sucks in every like she is a straight typical like shit-lived commie and everything else like that. But that's the only
Yeah,
one good thing she's good at.
She's pretty bad on a lot of social
Yeah.
issues.
I don't think
and,
I've seen her before.
yeah,
I'm
he,
pretty sure you've seen her on Twitter a few times, just scrolling through
yeah.
the feed.
I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm really good friends with her brother, who's probably not far apart from her on a lot of issues. But much to his credit, he actually did like a lot of good work on like the anthrax letters back in the early 2000s, and uncovered like a lot of stuff that a lot of people weren't talking about. Media Roots is like I love that podcast, but like I said, when it comes to social issues, I'm kind of like, all right, well, I don't agree with you there, but like a lot of the foreign policy takes are pretty
I
good.
thought her brother was a sports guy.
No,
Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking of.
he's like he's an audio engineer and does like a lot of like electronic music.
Definitely
Her
not.
brother is a fucking liar.
Well,
Yeah.
there's that.
There's some details there that yeah.
Interesting.
I'll have to tell you guys off air, but it is pretty funny. Jimmy Dore, there's a video of Jimmy Dore where he said Robert Martin. He's like, not Robbie Martin. He's fucking nuts or something like that. It was so funny.
Yeah, thanks, Rex.
If Jimmy
Thank you
Dore,
for just
who
thank you.
I love, by the way, if Jimmy Dore is calling you nuts, that guy's probably nuts.
Dude, I saw who's that British comedian that laughs really funny?
Jimmy Dore, not Jimmy Dore, Jimmy Carr.
I know. Jimmy Carr. So somebody at one of his shows was like, "Why do you laugh backwards?" And that shit cracked me up because if you've ever heard his laugh, it sounds backwards.
He's
It's
like,
wild. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
he sounds like he's hiccuping almost.
yeah,
I just,
yeah.
you guys kept saying Jimmy Dore, and I just pictured that video.
Yeah,
and I was
Jimmy
like,
Carr.
that's so good. Jimmy Carr, yeah, interesting. What's really funny is like we've had all this Canadian and Mexico talk. I haven't heard shit from the EU in a while. Like before the election, they were all over in our shit, but I haven't seen a goddamn thing from them.
Yeah, they really
keeping their mouths shut. And then Trump got asked the other day. They're like, Trump got asked the other day. They're like, what do you think about the European Union? Are you gonna put tariffs on them? And he's like, do you want the honest answer or the political answer? And they're like, the honest answer. He's like, absolutely.
Well, I think it's because Typo probably knows a little bit more about this than me, but like the EU is basically like insolvent at this point, because ever since Trump's first administration back in 2019, whenever he went for Typo, what is it? Not LIBOR, SIFOR is what the US's kind of deal with banking and interest rates is, right?
Yeah, they just we went off. So essentially the EU got to set our interest rates, and now that Powell took us off their, I forgot what it's called. You might be right.
LIBOR.
Yeah. And he took us off that. Now America can set our own interest rates.
Yeah. So basically, like that kind of really fucked the EU. And I think that
they also have the EU has like a shit ton of tariffs on us. Like, there's like a reason why auto manufacturing, like vehicles, you will see, European vehicles here. You will hardly ever see American vehicles in the EU because they have 100% tariffs on
That's
us.
been like that for a long ass time, though, right?
A long time.
It was
because every single time you look at like English police chases or some gay shit over there, all their cars look the same. Like there's
and
here you look down to traffic, it's like every car is fucking different. There it all looks like this little box squared poor man's car, and you're like, you fucking country suck.
That is what it looked like in Japan, dude.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it looks like a what is that? I can't see. Oh, I saw it.
SS.
Yeah, SS.
You're American.
Fucking American.
Whoa, Kyle.
Ford Bronco. Let's go USA.
Oh yeah, American fucking muscle. Listen, fuck them fucking European cars.
I just met him yelling SS over and over again. I was like, "Whoa, anti-BDS laws! Here we go."
Okay, yeah, that took me a second. No, yeah, fuck European cars, man. Fuck them.
They suck.
Every single one.
Gives a
They're
shit.
gay. And fuck Tommy too.
Everything is made in China. All of our fucking manufacturing is in China, and hopefully the tariffs bring some of that back. I don't necessarily believe that it will. I want it to.
So like a lot of GM cars and most of the domestic manufacturers, well, the only two domestic manufacturers, because Chrysler isn't a domestic manufacturer anymore because they're owned by the Italians now. Yeah. But basically like GM and Ford both get most of their vehicles made here in like either the US, Mexico, or Canada. If you look at a vehicle's VIN, like the vehicle identification number, which is right on the lower left part of the windshield, if you see a 1, that means it's made in America. If you see a 3, that means it's made in Mexico. And if you see a 2, that means it's made in Canada, like fully assembled in Canada. Now, my understanding is like General Motors, most of their vehicles, and this is a little bit older, but like the Corvettes are like 80% made in America. A lot of the GM and Ford trucks are mostly made here in America. Like I think it's like upwards of 70%. And then like most of the SUVs, so like your Traverses, your Ford Edges, your Explorers, they're like 65% plus made here in America. Whereas
I've only owned ones then, because all my VIN numbers started with a 1.
Okay, so yeah. If the VIN starts with 1, that means it was assembled here in America.
Yeah.
So like if you look at a Corvette, they're gonna say that, but like if you look at like a Buick Encore or a Buick, I want to say the Invista, they're gonna have a K as the first digit, which means they're made in Korea.
My Scion
letter.
My Scion TC had a 1. That's
well, so like Toyota has factories here in America.
Toyota is like made in America brand in general.
Yeah.
Is it really? So, I thought it was just the most bought. I just thought it was the most bought. I didn't know it was the most made here.
No, it's the most made.
No, that's
like by percentage of like the supply chain, because it's all like the.
Isn't it a Japanese car? Isn't Japanese?
It's a Japanese brand, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That means a lot less in 2025 than it used to, though.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, Tata owns Jaguar. An Indian company owns Jaguar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that why their fucking last like media blitz they had was so fucking garbage?
Yes.
You'd think it would have the opposite effect. It's not like India is they're not a freaking liberal country.
Well,
No,
they sent
but
their
they're-
H-1B people over there to do it. So
but the marketing people they hire here are.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So there you go.
interesting. Interesting.
Gay car.
New subject. Is it weird the Mexican president has a Yiddish name?
Yeah, we brought that up before on the show.
Yes.
Hold on,
Yeah.
where's I need a bell.
Wait,
I don't have a
Yiddish?
bell, but
I assume she was Sephardic, like Iberian
Oh
Jewish.
no.
oh,
That's weird then. Why? What is she doing there? How'd she get there?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Latin America, but I don't
Well,
get me
there
wrong.
have always been Jews there, but Sephardic Jews are Jews that are from Spain and Portugal.
Well,
they've
I
always
kinda
left the
will
West.
I've
sound
never
a-
met a Mexican with a last name Silverberg or
A
Scheinbaum.
lot of them changed their
before,
names.
so-
There's actually a lot.
Goldberg.
There's a lot of Jewish ancestry in Latin America because
How much?
colonization
What are
started
we talking about?
like more than there is in America. Like America has like 2% Ashkenazi, whereas like Mexico is probably more. It's hard to tell. Like there's not stats on this.
How connected was
bet you
the
there is.
Spanish Empire and Jews?
Well, it's so the Spanish Empire 1492 was when the Reconquista happened,
Yeah.
which is so 1492 they discover
Columbus
America.
sailed the ocean blue.
Right. But
Yeah.
they also ended the Reconquista and they started expelling and Emmanuel has a good point. A Sephardic would never have a name like Scheinbaum. I had never like thought about it, but yes, obviously Scheinbaum is not a Sephardic name. But a lot of them would have like a regular name. There are a lot of
40,000. 40,000 Jews.
But that's not by DNA. What I'm talking about, there's plenty of Sephardic Jews ethnically that assimilated into Spanish culture and they went to America. And maybe for a while their family practiced in secret. It was more open for Muslims and Jews to practice in the extent of the empire than it was in Spain. So a disproportionate amount of Jews came to the empire, came to the Americas, to places like
Oh, that
Mexico
makes
and
sense.
Central America, other parts of the Spanish Empire.
Well, Stash makes a good point. Nothing unusual about a Jewish woman suddenly being the president of a patriarchal Catholic country.
I
And
know,
then-
dude.
And then
Crazy.
Keebler with a good point. How are we even wondering how someone with the Jewish name is in a seat of power at this point?
Yeah, is it really a question?
And then also
APAC funded
Oh.
them.
By the way, D503 is Mexican, like from Mexico.
Get out! No, I'm kidding. Thanks for watching the show.
He's going back.
But you are going back.
No,
I
he
mean, that's the
lives
rules.
in Mexico. He is Mexican. He's one of my listeners on Illegitimate Scholar.
Oh, then stay there.
You come stay with me, bro. Everyone else here is racist, but me. I'm the liberal here.
I'm kidding. Thanks for
no.
watching our
We
show,
know.
D.
We know.
503.
I'm kidding
Nah,
too,
he-
dude.
he
I can't
seems
think
cool.
of-
I wasn't talking to
He
you,
seems
you
cool.
fucking bitch.
Sam's the most racist
my bad.
person here. Don't let
That's
him fool
true.
you.
That is true.
I'm the only one that can like tell someone's race by their phenotype. Like that makes me the most racist, I think.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Sam looked at someone. He was like, "Yeah, they're like 6 or 2% Jew, and then the rest percent like Somalian."
not
Yeah,
like
fuck
that.
them.
He's like licking the sweat off him. He's like, "Oh, you're definitely Jewish." Like,
Yeah,
Um,
that's what that's
35%
what has
on you.
Ashkenazi,
That- that's-
70% Sephardic.
that sweat has just a hint of ash in it. You're definitely Jewish.
Yo,
Good point, JC. Liberals
Yep,
are the real
JC
racists.
knows.
Sam wins.
JC knows.
gotta tell you about Basque people, guys.
Oh, that's so boomer.
The Basque
the
people are
boomers.
from the historical kingdom of Navarre, and that's mostly in Spain, but also
Where are the
partly in
boomers
France.
from, Sam?
And it's very interesting because Navarre is one of the few places that are pre-Indo-European. There were a few waves of Indo-Europeans. The Celts and the Germanic people are rooted in Indo-European. There were a few different waves, and you can break them down even more than that. But actually, is my camera screwing up? Am I all?
You're a little
Yeah, it's
laggy.
your
Whatever,
frame
the
rate
Basque
dropped a
people.
little bit.
But they're pre-Indo-European. Their language and their culture, and there are a few other places
Yeah.
in Europe
exactly.
that have pre-Indo-European culture.
Nobody
or
cares,
not
dude.
Indo-European.
No,
They
language.
Mark,
all
exact-
zoned
no, Mark,
out.
that
Like-
was in
like
my brain.
Finnish.
I was just about to say boring. I was like, I don't care
Finnish
anymore.
and Hungarian. Finnish and Hungarian,
Stop.
but Finnish and
Mute 'em.
Hungarian are later comers. Those are Finno-Ugric languages that are rooted in
I'm
Siberia.
gonna fucking hang
And
myself
the
if you keep
Indo-Europeans
talking
are
about
also
this.
rooted rooted around Siberia.
Oh my god!
But they have a different language family. But the Basque people living in the historical kingdom of Navarre, they retain their culture, and they're historically seafarers.
I don't know what this means.
So they in Basque country, they got they're historically seafarers. So they're disproportionately in places like Puerto Rico. All right, I'm done.
Thank God, Jesus.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it.
Sometimes I try to turn 5 till midnight into illegitimate scholar, but it's not. So I'll shut up.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Somebody said you're the most Aryan of us, and I don't think I believe it.
Well,
you're a shitty Mick.
Well, my family's from Leinster, though, which is the most like.
This goes off into a fucking rant about.
No, it'll be quick. It'll be quick. It'll be quick. It's important. So Leinster is where Dublin is, which was made by the Vikings, and I have a lot of there's Scandinavian DNA in there. It doesn't show up on a DNA test or anything, but like.
Okay, so it's fake.
If you go by the phenotypes, well, it's the DNA tests don't test for that. Like the DNA tests are testing like how your race is compared to others. Like in that area. So like, yes, I come up as Irish because other Irish people have a lot of Viking DNA in there.
Man, but, your ancestors must be just so disappointed you came from their bloodline. They're like, what the fuck happened to our bloodline?
They're like, how the fuck did this?
How this guy can't even do a pull-up. What the fuck? We used to fucking rape and pillage.
If you go out to western counties like Mayo, in the west of Ireland, they're very they're like, you know, the thing of Black Irish.
Isn't Richard Spencer dead? Sorry.
They're called like Black Irish. They have darker features.
Knockoff Viking.
he's Timu Viking.
This is what some Irish people look like more commonly in the south and east of Ireland, and especially Leinster.
Yeah, not you though. You look like you built the railroads and you starved to death in America, but you look like you fucking loser.
Boy, you fucking.
What do you call the darker Irish people? Mickers?
Fucking hell, dude.
Oh god.
Also, did you guys know that the Irish people tried to invade Canada and they failed?
Yeah, the Fenian Brotherhood.
Of course
Holy
they did.
Shit. Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg just did a Super Bowl ad to combat anti-Semitism.
Wow. What are the odds? High.
Wow, guys. Anti-Semitism destroyed. Yeah. It's over.
Snoop Dogg's producer was like, hey guys, we're gonna do a thing.
He said, da 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 da. I hate the way your nose is so big.
Stupid.
Well, Snoop Dogg owes them that video, dude. Like they fucking gave him his career. So
that's true. That's just science.
Yeah.
Science.
Sam wants you to call him Black Irish more than anything.
No, I'm not Black Irish. I'm the not Black Irish. Somebody like Uber Boyo.
What's wrong with being Black Irish, Sam?
No, there's
nothing. What the fuck, Sam?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like Western or it's like an earlier thing. I forget what you guys don't care. Doesn't matter.
Good. Wait, good.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
Learning has occurred.
You're very interested in it when I come on your shows, but
yeah, but
yeah,
no, I know.
Now
I was doing.
Now we say racist things and are funny. That's the time. It's not the time for smart things.
Yeah, because when I come on this show, I'm like, I want my brain turned off and just flow with the jokes. Oh, I know. Yeah,
this is
I had
Uber
to look
Boyo.
him up.
Oh, I thought that was Adam I thought that was Adam Lambert.
No,
almost a little bit more masculine.
Adam Lambert got? Fuck, dude.
No, believe it or not, I don't check up on the Adam Lambert goss.
You can have some Irish people with a little bit darker features, but you know, there's like songs like Galway Girl, like her hair is black and her eyes are blue, very dark features, but this is like somewhat it. Oh, you know what? I have a great example. I'll pull it up. Keep talking.
That guy looks better than you do. So whatever that kind of Irish is, that should be the national sentiment.
I think the Black Irish should take over and
Yeah,
ethnically cleanse the other white Irish, I guess.
Yeah.
They just instinctively go to Chicago.
Yeah, dude. Family just found their way there.
They just start learning how to rap out of nowhere.
Oh, dude, Irish rap sounds.
They
disgusting.
trade potatoes in for watermelons.
Oh, fucking
Hey,
hell.
don't crap on Irish rap, man. They're rapping in Irish now.
No one cares. What does that mean? You know what? I don't want to know. Just
Sam,
just
say
send that in
one
there.
word in Gaelic.
Sláinte.
What the fuck is that?
Cheers.
No.
It's
Say
also
second
Gaelic.
word.
Gaelic generally refers to Scottish. Irish is
Yeah.
either called Irish or Gaelic Irish. Or
That's
Irish Gaelic.
semantics. How,
I just
how do
know
you
it has
say?
Gaelic.
How do you say we almost died for not being able to grow one crop and exterminate our species? or how do you say that?
Oop the fucking raw. That's how you say it.
We blame the fucking Brits because that's really who did it to them.
You know what? And the 25% of me would do it again.
Dude, if I saw a fucking country of Sam's, I'd be like genocide, dude. Like,
Yeah,
we
I'd be
need
like,
to-
I could take this over pretty easily. I don't get much pushback here.
This is gonna be easy, boys.
You-
The
you-
fact that the British couldn't do it says more about them than it does about the
Shut up,
Irish.
Ruth. Don't shit on me. We were on
Yeah.
the same thing right now. We were shitting on Jen.
We're
Don't
like
go back on me.
parasites. You can't get rid of us like cockroaches.
Imagine just going back to England and being like, I found a country of twinks. I'm pretty sure we could dominate that shit for like hundreds of years.
I mean, they basically have. Fuck. They had
Yeah.
one good revolution in the
800
last
years.
150 years.
We fought them for 800 years and
And-
we'll fucking fight them for 800 more.
Nothing. You got nothing out of it. You still lost the top part of your country.
Oh, got nothing? We got 26 counties. We'll get the other 6, motherfucker.
Mm.
I'm saying we like this has anything to do with me.
See,
know, right?
the Catholic part of me wants to root for the lower part of Ireland, but the English part of me hates you. So I don't know where I
The
fall.
fact that
Right,
you
you're a traitor.
admit that you have an English part of you is like a
What do you
problem.
think Nutter is? Italian?
I'm also
saying.
an 8th English, by the way.
You're
Ew.
going back, Adam. You're going back one way or the other. I don't care if it's fucking England or Italy, dude. You're
on,
going back, dude.
I'm claiming the 1/4 of me built this country too, bitch.
You're going the fuck back.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
my-
I lose out because too much of me isn't English enough. I gotta go back.
If you go back, like my family, the English side, like went all the way back to the founding of the Connecticut colony in 1635. And then somewhere in the late 1700s, some idiot decided to ruin their bloodline and start mixing their race with the mix. And now you got me.
Nice.
I thought that was going to be funny. That's why I said it.
It was funnier that it got silent, to be honest.
It was funnier that it got silent. It's worse for me, but I don't care. I care about the show.
No, I was looking up mine, and there was fucking English all the way back, or I don't know if it was English, but I just know it goes all the way back to like the 1630s as well. And it's like northern New York, and then all the way down to
Well, that's not 1630s.
no, and that part wasn't 1630s, but I had Connecticut in the
Right, New
1630s.
England, then, I
There's
was
a
about to ask.
tombstone. Yeah.
Cool.
And then like 1690, I found a tombstone in New York somewhere, and then or 1710 or something like that. I'm still looking for more, but I don't really know. I've only found some Russian in mine, and they came over like 1803. And I was
Very
like,
early.
damn. Yeah.
See, that's different because it's white Russian. As in,
Yeah.
like, well, when I say white Russian, it's not like white or black. It's like white or red. Like
Yeah.
there's a very small population
Yeah.
of Americans that are descended from white Russians. The majority of the population is red Russians, like after the revolution.
Right. Yeah. So
of-
like
out
they
of the
came
whole-
in
that's
like
very
1803.
Out of the 5 of us in this podcast, out of deportations, who's going back first and who's going back last? If we had to rank,
You're
scale?
going back
Going by
first.
Hold on,
Majority of
it's a
blood?
tie between Sam and I. Also,
No,
Kyle,
you're
the
New
Irish
York
were a
Kyle.
little bit first. A few
It's
decades
Kyle.
before
He's
the
Eastern
Irish.
European.
yeah,
He's
Kyle.
Polish. How Polish are you?
I don't know. I'm Polish, Czech, and Italian. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're going back.
He's
You're
first.
going back
And
first.
Ashkenazi.
He's first.
yeah, well, my mom was like 16% Jewish. So
Out,
That means you're
right?
Jewish.
That's an
That
immediate
means
out.
you're a 16th Jewish.
Out.
And I'm also by blood a 16th Jewish.
All right, you're second then.
You're second, then, bitch.
whoa,
Look at
wait,
that.
wait,
But I
wait,
thought it
wait.
was on
Who's,
when we got
whose
here, not
family?
your
Wait, wait,
anti-Semitism.
shouldn't we go by like who's been here the longest? Because like I'm 4th generation.
Then I'm fucking
family's-
last, baby.
I've been here
Yeah,
before.
My family's
One
my family's been
ancestor.
here since
Yeah, what's the
60s.
parameters?
My
I'm
great
fourth
grandfather
generation as
is
well, mostly.
the grandfather of George Washington, so I get to stay.
Well, no,
motherfuckers.
dude, I'm talking 1635. Like if I trace
Yeah.
that line, it's all the way back to the founding of Connecticut, or 1637.
with
It's like
mine.
around then.
Yeah, I guess indentured servants can stay.
No, they were.
Both my mom and dad's side go back to the founding of the colonies. Like
All right,
that's
so
how far
Kyle
back it
first,
goes.
then Sam, then me.
And then it's Typo and I fighting each
you guys
other.
gotta fight it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some French in my family, and they were here before the founding.
Oh,
the
French?
New England,
You're the-
like
getting
it was
the
French
fuck out,
colony,
dude.
dude.
You're getting
Like
the
in
fuck
Yo, why
out,
did-
dude.
Yo, why did France? I think I might have asked this before. Like, there's no French speakers here. There's no German speakers here anymore. But
I guess
why does
Cajun would be the closest to it.
Well, there's
Yeah.
also a French population in northern New England, but they assimilated into Anglo and Louisiana Creoles. And the German, there were a lot of German Americans. It's actually a huge portion of population, mostly in the Midwest and some in like Pennsylvania, Ohio.
is it bigger than the English?
It's hard to
probably
tell because the English DNA,
'Cause
like
they
people,
mixed, didn't they?
people often think they're like, if they have a grandfather who was Italian and they married an English person, they just say they're Italian. So it's like the English is like the root.
Oh.
People identify. If you do it by identity, the English gets counted way less than it actually is because people count their ethnicity from the most recent immigrant generally.
That's so true.
Oh,
I'm like
yeah,
88% English, but I
My
always
grandmother
like to say
married. That's how I had
German
the name Nutter.
And Emmanuel is actually German from Germany. But yes, after World War I and then especially World War II and after World War II, they eradicated German culture and German speakers from America. It was really awful. There were even some, you know how they have Japanese imprisonment or internment? There were some
Yeah.
Germans in there as well.
and Italians too.
I didn't know about the Italians, but I believe it.
It
They
was
deserved it,
smaller.
though.
Fun fact about the
population, but-
Italian thing. So both my grandfathers were in the Navy during World War II, and my grandfather, when he was in port in Italy or not somewhere in Europe where they had like a bunch of Italian POWs, they had Italian POWs and German POWs. He's like, swear to God, he's like, when we were walking through, he's like, the German POWs were locked into like 30 cages, like barbed wire. He's like, the Italian POWs were just out dancing with people. Like, they didn't give a fuck about. They're like, there's no threat here. They're not gonna do shit. They're right to be here.
It's not that they're not going to do shit. It's that they couldn't do shit.
No, they didn't want to be in that war. Is what my grandfather. He's like, they were happy they were like caught. That's what he was
Well,
saying.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
happens when you try to take
Whoa.
the Isonzo 35 times. So you have the 35th Battle of the Isonzo.
Is
Yeah.
that true? Rex's comment: British royal family is actually German.
Yes, the House of
Probably.
Windsor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I
they're
didn't
German
fucking
from
know that.
Hanover in Germany. But they're way mixed. Like all the high nobles of
Yeah.
like Queen Elizabeth's husband was mostly Greek. They're like all
Wasn't
mixed.
fucking Cleopatra Greek?
Yes. Cleopatra was Greek. That's way earlier though. Like the
No
czars
shit,
of
Sam.
Russia.
I'm not that
weren't Russian.
retarded.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. I don't think you're actually retarded. I know you're smart. You're probably number 3 after me and Typo.
I
Oh,
think
Jay
you're
Forte
retarded. Whoa.
is-
That was a
Good
joke.
for
I'm fucking with
Germans.
all of you. I don't know.
I'm
the dumb.
All right. Well, I gotta go. So we gotta wrap this up.
Oh.
Or we don't.
Cool.
I can just go. You guys can keep going, but I gotta go.
No, I think let's
Oh, that's
wrap it
cool,
here.
Jay Forte.
All right. Cool. I have plug music to play. Look at that. Plug music.
Follow me on MySpace.
Great. Please subscribe to us on Rumble and YouTube. And I know it's gay, but like and comment all that shit. It
Yeah.
does help us grow because the algorithm sure is fucking pushing us. So you can subscribe to our shit.
We
That'd
get
be
good
great.
stats and they don't push us. It sucks. But thank you guys for coming.
Follow me at I'm Nutter on X, the everything app.
At Keep It Real Luke and Biting the Bullet Pod. We have a new episode coming out. Should be out Wednesday. So
Yes,
keep
sir.
an eye out for that.
Cool.
Keep an eye out for D. Duncan Dan's most recent Joe Rogan appearance be out in a few days, and I get mentioned again.
Wow. When are you gonna get on Rogan so you could bump this show up?
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to go on for a long time, and I'm scared that I'm getting closer to maybe doing it. But like, obviously, I want to, but like, I'm not ready. I don't feel ready. But I didn't
Sam,
feel ready to
I'm
interview
just-
Hancock.
Sam,
You smoke weed with
We're
bros?
getting
No,
fired
Sam.
the next day.
Sam, maybe this will give you the vote of confidence, but I have confidence enough in you that I think you can do it. So,
I think
anyways,
you could do it.
yeah, I think you could do it. I think you're no dummy. But that being said, Common on Twitter, MATOVCIK, a Common Crown. We're playing with Cultist Black this Sunday, so that's gonna be a pretty cool show. And then I have Tony Arterburn coming on the podcast Wednesday, and I think that's all for me.
It's actually not, because I just went on your show. Is that released yet? You can.
Yeah,
find
no,
that
it was
on
live.
In Liberty
That was
Edition,
live. I
right? It was
commented.
live.
I said, "Get
I did
this
that.
gay Mick Twink out of here."
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I've had lots of more dissident right-leaning people on the show recently, and I don't know if that's gonna be a good trend that continues. I already have most of this month planned, but yeah, we should go check out the episode with Sam. Orrin McIntyre was on the week before, and before that was Buck Johnson. So quite a packed lineup there.
Get you
That's
on
the real
Facebook.
typo on Twitter. Smash that like button, please.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, Burden, rather.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If Sam
Proud,
goes on
play us out.
JRE, we're the top 3 of us. We're all getting fired the first day, like
Yeah.
the day after it comes out.
I think I will still have my job, but I'm on.
You might. I don't think I would.
I'm gonna fire myself.
Worth it.